Hello everyone. So this piece that I'm drawing is based off of the Netflix Korean fantasy slash horror thriller called Bulgasal, Immortal Souls. So I'm using Procreate this time. Uh, Decided to practice with Procreate with the Apple Pencil. And I'm working off some screenshot captures while I was watching the show. So the show was pretty good. I just gave it a shot and then it got me hooked. So it's been 2 months since I watched it, so I'll pass on the summary. You guys can read it on the internet, but I enjoyed it. So right now I'm just using the Procreate pencil tool, and instead of just doing a single portrait, I wanted to do two characters in it, just to change up what I usually do. I also wanted to maybe paint it to practice that, but then at the end I just decided just to ink it using mainly the technical pen for getting some of the outlines, and then the studio ink tool, I think that's what it was called. So the hard part of this was probably the lighting in the screen. The lighting was on the screen left side of it, so especially in the mouth area I couldn't see the lines or contours of that, so it was tough to get that shape in. Otherwise everything else was pretty simple, or not simple but clear, I should say, at least for the guy. For the female character, that screen capture was a little bit difficult because she didn't have any of the big shapes to work with, so I kind of just did the best I can on that one. So the female character, she had beautiful eyes, but then when I drew it, I think I might have made them too big and too cartoony. But at the end, I think at the end it turned out okay. Um, so the hair, as you can see, the sketch, I've added a lot of kind of details on it. But at the final rendering with the ink, I sort of just kept it simple. So I spent more time getting details and measuring for the male. The female character, since she was in the background, I didn't do too much measuring and getting details. So the male looks more like he does, but the female, maybe some parts, but not totally. So in the background, I wanted to draw some trees and forests because most of the story happened in the forest area. But then I decided just to use a textured background to add some kind of mystery to it. So for the inking, I went with using solid blacks and cross-hatching methods, practicing on that. I had wanted to maybe introduce grays in there, like a wash, but then I decided to just stick with cross-hatching, sort of like the comic book feel. Maybe next time I will introduce some gray washes and or even paint it. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so here at the mouth, I struggled with it because the screenshot I had just wasn't clear because of the lighting in the video, or maybe because I don't have a 4K TV, so it didn't translate well. But that's how it goes, I guess. And the same thing for the female. She had too much lighting on that screenshot. So I wanted to shade that right eye there, but it just did not look right. Oh, I didn't know how to get it to work. So I just left it. And so most of her face is pretty plain. And finally, the lettering. Oh, writing Korean, I definitely need practice. Writing Asian letters and well, even English letter, I need to practice how to write better in the paint programs. All right, thank you. Hope you enjoy this. See you next time.